Just wanted to show you a variation of a Darce choke, not the actual choke itself, but leading into the Darce choke, which is a different approach that I haven't seen before. Discovered this one many years ago, grappling, and I was in a situation where I was facing the person's legs and I wanted to come up with a way to submit someone from facing their legs. So this is where this technique came about. I think that the actual application of a technique is very important, but just as equally as important is how you set up and lead into the finish or the submission. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this. We're reversing into a Darce choke. So I'm using Marlo here to help me. So basically I've got a side control with my elbow next to his neck and blocking his hip, and I'm facing towards his legs. So the ideal opportunity is if Marlo lifts his head to look at what's going on. And when he does that, I loop my arm around his neck and I place the back of my hand on the floor. So it's non-threatening. Now what I start to do is squid backwards using my legs. Obviously I've got to be careful I don't get caught in half guard if he curls around, but that's why I'm blocking his hip with my hand and my palm on the floor. So what I'm doing for here is I start squidding backwards and turning slowly. His body starts to turn. I go to my knees, let my arm slip out slightly but so it's still tight, hold my bicep, come around and grab his lat and then start squeezing. Simple jiu-jitsu. To me, for me, works the best because there's less opportunities for error. For me, when I'm doing simple jiu-jitsu, simple finishes, it's gross motor skills. Personally, if things get too finicky, you know, there's room for people to escape, opportunities for them to escape. But a technique like this, it's so simple. I'm using my whole body to push his arm across and turn his body, and it's a great technique. Down for me again, Marlo. So one more time. I've got my side control. My hips are under his armpit. I'm blocking his hip to avoid him get me in half guard or full guard. It looks like I want to mount. So the misdirection is it looks like I'm waiting for my opportunity to get to the mount, but my intent is different. So there's a whole misdirection thing going on here where he believes I'm going to go for the mount. Now, sometimes you might have to force this with my elbow to get underneath. But then other times Marlo will lift his head up and he gives me the opportunity. So the back of my hand's on the floor, and now I just start scooting backwards like this, get to my knees, let my arm slide a little bit loose till it's in the right position. There's no gap. Hold my bicep, hold the lat, squeeze, and out they go. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. It's reversing from side control into a Darce choke. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Ivan Rakitic MMA. Thanks, everyone.